What's in this thing?
Today we have the Gainward GeForce 8800 GT. Released in late 2007, the 8800 GT was a performance segment graphics card with 512MB of GDDR3. Using a G92 GPU based on the Tesla architecture, the 8800 GT had a GPU clock of 600MHz, a shader clock of 1500MHz, and a memory clock of 900MHz. Let's start by removing the 12 screws from the bottom of the card. Now we can unplug the fan and separate the cooler from the PCB. Let's give the PCB a clean. First we can remove the old thermal pads from the memory and power delivery components and then give them a wipe down. Next, let's clean the old thermal compound from the GPU. Finally, I'll give the rest of the PCB a clean. Now we can have a look at the cooler. There's a copper plate in the center to contact the GPU. I'll remove the thermal pads first and then wipe off most of the thermal compound before using 99% isopropyl alcohol to clean the residue off. Let's get the shroud off the heatsink. It's surprisingly hard to get off with some metal tabs holding it in place and an adhesive on the underside with some kind of felt that looks like it's to keep the air flowing in the right direction. I can see 3 decently sized heat pipes under the aluminium fins. With all the dust that's built up, it won't do it much good. Let's get it cleaned off so the air can flow through the fins again. The fan itself needs a clean. Here's a model number if you need it. The blades are easy enough to clean. Finally, the shroud. The dust buildup isn't too bad, just needs a wipe. I'm leaving the adhesive and felt in place in hopes it'll still maintain the seal that was present before I separated it. Now everything is cleaned down, it's time to reassemble. First, let's get the fan back into the heatsink and screw it into place. Now the shroud can go back on the top and clip into place. Unfortunately, I don't have any thermal pads big enough to replace the one over the power delivery, so I'll be reusing the original one after giving it a clean. I also initially planned to reuse this thermal pad, but ended up replacing it too. The memory now has new thermal pads, so all that's left is thermal compound on the GPU. I'll place the cooler back onto the PCB and reconnect the fan before screwing it all into place. Thanks for watching, hopefully this is useful to someone.